Hope you're keeping well, friend. Master? Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Your enterprising approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
Speak. I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland. Yes, all that is true. I am cold as the sea of night. But you have stoked fires I didn't know I possessed. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end. Good. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you? Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Copper for your thoughts.
Like a brisk stroll through the forest to invigorate the spirit.
I was just thinking the same thing, but less poetically.
Without so much as a stirring from our tadpoles.
A girl could get used to this.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon. Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mystra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later even my lover. Oh yes, we enjoyed each other's company, body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross, yet every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted, I pleaded, swore my ambition was only to serve her better. But she only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite, and his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal, roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright.
So Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
Hey, soldier.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need. Sylvanus be with you.
What's next?
What a charmer.
This is no fortress and we're no warriors.
Sharp as ever.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual, just some bits and bobs I no longer need. Sylvanus, guide your path.
The pride of the gate.
Easy money.
Running out of time, Wargmeat. My family'll be here soon. Let me out! Then hurry up and do it. My tribe ain't as friendly as I am. You gonna open this cage or what? Well, hurry up. I got all the time in the world. You don't. I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
The magic touch.
Softies. Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word. Happily. Lead the way.
Rescue attempt has been noticed. Choose your next move carefully. You are persuasive enough. You...
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Your rescue attempt has been noticed. Choose your next move carefully. You are persuasive enough.
Thought I was never gonna get out of there. Good to be free again, gotta say. I'll introduce you to my whole tribe and put in a good word for you. See you at the camp.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Defender of the people.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
To think, Gale's had this devastating all within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days. What? Who? What happened? Back to Baldur's Gate. Back to Cazador. There's no other reason he'd want me alive. Of course, he'd send a Gur to hunt me down. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Cazador always had a twisted sense of humor. But why send anyone after me? I'm hardly a threat out here. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
Speak. If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the Undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, to survive every beast I face and every wound I bear. Make space, and my might is yours. Good. Our victory is most certain.
The pride of the gate. That's getting me nowhere. That's getting me nowhere.
I'll tell the guards what's what.
Goblins ahead.
Well, look what the rat dragged in.
Can it? I know something Ragslin will want to hear.
Yeah? What's that?
I've been in some druid's grove. This one sprang me. Now move over so I can tell Ragslin myself.
Hold on. Where are the raiders?
Dead. Every last one.
Ragslin's drow friend won't be happy to hear that.
She'll be happy enough when I tell her where them looters is holding up. Let me through.
Hold on now. Is it true what Saz says? You helped her escape that grove? Behave yourself. Saz is vouching for you. You mess up, you and Saz will get it.
That's enough out of you. Come on. Gotta let the drow know where them looters is. We'll be heroes.
Next time, Grib will be on guard duty. Right, boss? Grib couldn't guard his son with his feet.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the weapon, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
The visions fade and the voice falters as a strange energy swells around you. The many-sided artifact. Somehow you understand it's repelling the presence.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
The voice is quelled. The artifact's doing.
No answer presents itself. The artifact is dormant. The voice and visions are gone.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bar.
By far and wide for... Come, fill the front row. Be you beguiling, or be you beheaded? Goblin kind will tease you and frowk you and redden with fragulous crown and with scepter abraid. Draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filfenny.
So, raise it, the old goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, and let you collide.
Come on, you turnip!
Quite so. Now, if you'll excuse me, draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin. I am draw Ragslin. Tumptuous, draw Ragslin.
You broke him!
Wait, wait. Draw Ragslin. We pray. We.
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Now, look what you've done.
Of course, ma'am.
My name's Gribbo, idiot!
Right, yes. More fool me.
As the drink talking, Absolute wouldn't speak to a worm like you. Gotta be chosen.
Well, now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts? And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing. Oh, come on now. Don't be scared. It's a simple game. That's what makes it beautiful. You just gotta chase the chicken through the course to the posts there, right? Gotta do it fast and gotta do it alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Simple, like I say, but not easy. Better contenders than you have been bested by that bird. No skin off my arse. Just remember, you had the chance to be a part of something grand, and you walked away.
Getting Halsin out of here is going to be a real treat.
We've got the matter well in hand. And if we make too big a splash, well, goblins are used to a ruckus or two.
Fresh disarm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Humans. Think you rule the world. Ah.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
Forgive me. I had no idea. The other true souls are inside, planning and such. Shooting arrows at his then this other.
So, a tadpole gives us the ability to manipulate others. Huh.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
It's already living in our heads for free. You may as well see if it has any value to us.
A little caution may be advised. The power may prove valuable, or it might not. You simply don't know. A wise choice under the circumstances.
You shy? What's a tick got to be sad about?
There's a time and a place for smashing, but it appears this isn't it. You're getting locked up. You're free to go. This time. But next time you won't be so lucky.
Humans ain't good for much, but they make tasty. Tasty is better when you nick it out of the cold dead.
I could go for a nap too.
A hero at heart.
Soldier.
Here, help us out. Says here that goblinoids are obstreperous and malodorous. What's that mean? Ain't that the truth? Proper stink around here, now we've settled it. And all that ruckus makes it hard to concentrate on reading. That's what the bloke who wrote this said. Proper impressed by my brain smarts, he was. Said he's writing a book about the Absolute. Lads didn't like that. Said he was a spy or some such. Think they've locked him in the cells already. Well, I had a good chinwag with him, though. Interesting bloke. I ain't finished with it. There's enough reading here to last me a lifetime.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Of course, mistress.
A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
You made me do that. Didn't have no choice, did I? Well, that's some impressive booyag. Absolute must like you.
The pride of the gate.
Bloody racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun. Oi! Ain't no party in here.
Shut it, Graw. Olak cleared us. Got a visitor for the drow, I do.
My arse. What's a true soul want with any mate of yours?
Private business, that is. Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call.
Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than...
No, you don't. Come on, then.
Bloody racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Do you hear the Absolute's voice?
Smells
Do you
like
feel
burnt flesh in here.
inside you?
A scrying eye. Best to keep out of that little snitch's view or it'll spoil the fun.
What are we waiting for? Spears are sharp. Oh.
Mistress! It's me, your loyal servant, Sazza. I'm back, and I brought a friend.
How thoughtful. And where did you find this friend?
They was in some rickety druid grove, mostly full of tieflings, but them intruders you're after were hiding out there.
I presume you dealt with my prey and massacred the rest.
Well, the thing about that is, they sort of massacred us. But this mug helped me to escape. I say we stick a few holes in him. Show how grateful we are.
You feel a cold hand caress your mind as the drow praises you.
Oh dear. Your prisoner is one of the Absolute's favorites, Sazza. A true soul.
Nah, it can't be. They was in the grove, hanging around with the tieflings.
Undercover, no doubt. Carrying out the Absolute's will. Oh, Sazza, you have made a grave error. And it will be your last. My spiders are hungry, little one. But before they feast, tell me where that grove is. And I may yet spare your life.
It's past the bridge, to the east. Big old gate covered in ivy. Don't hurt me, mistress, please.
I will not hurt you. My spiders will have that pleasure.
No, I mucked up, I'm sorry. But I didn't know who they was. They didn't tell me nothing. I told ya, I was trying to follow orders best I could.
Silence, wretch. And remember, you owe your miserable life to this one.
I won't cause any more trouble. I swears it.
Through sheer luck, that pathetic worm has brought me the information I need. And it seems that the inhabitants of the Grove trust you. We can use that against them. You have a part to play in this slaughter. Return to the Grove. When my raiding party approaches, throw open the gate and signal me.
The fate of the Grove's inhabitants hangs in the balance. Killing the drow here would spare them, but it might be better to face her warband at the Grove itself, on familiar ground. On the other hand, participating in the slaughter as she asks may be the perfect way to earn her trust and access to the cult's inner circle.
Good. Marshalling the goblins is no simple matter, but my warband will be ready to attack by next light. Once we are in position, we will wait for your signal, and then we will break them all.
Never
other raiders?
Oblivious to their
Yes, your ladyship.
They think they've been
We
talking
won't
to
let
a
you
goblin.
down.
Whoa, soldier. What did you just do? Listen to me. I'm trusting you. But if you disappoint me, it'll be the last thing you do.
A scry eye. Best to keep out of that little snitch's view or it'll spoil the fun.
And now you dare to question. Mistress! It's me, your loyal servant, Sazza. I'm back, and I brought a friend.
How thoughtful. And where did you find this friend?
They was in some rickety druid grove.
I presume you...
But this
You feel a cold hand.
Oh, dear.
Nah, it can't be.
Undercover, no doubt. And it will be. But before...
It's past the bridge.
I will not hurt you.
No, I mucked up, I'm sorry. But I didn't know who they was. They didn't tell me nothing.
A liar as well as a fool. I hope you're at least digestible.
It ain't true. Them's the bloody liars. Somebody help!
Through sheer luck, that pathetic worm has brought me the information I need. And it seems that the inhabitants of the Grove trust you. We can use that against them. You have a part to play in this slaughter.
Return to the Grove. When my raiding party approaches, throw open the gate and signal me.
The fate of the Grove's inhabitants hangs in the balance. Killing the drow here would spare them, but it might be better to face her warband at the Grove itself, on familiar ground. On the other hand, participating in the slaughter as she asks may be the perfect way to earn her trust and access to the cult's inner circle.
You would dare! Guards, to me!
Throw this sniveling wretch in the pit.
tactical.
The blade will not bend.
They need to be looking at any of us. Although we're gonna set the true soul on fire.
Her voice.
You're too feeble. Her voice is a blade. It'd cut your brain to bits. Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh. Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't you? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again. Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there. Digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another. With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Oi! Priestess! We want the mark!
Yeah, ain't we good enough for the Absolute?
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
Cry about it.
You should search that corpse.
Blade at the ready.
What a day. I could really use some shut-eye.
Sugan al Shukok, o Taishokek Dos! I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute!
By Vlaakith's blade, a gale.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Shukok!
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
This mind flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. The artifact does not want to part from you. It does not want to fall into the Absolute's clutches.
Heretic!
Roll in my favor.
Eat this!
Down the hatch.
No gloom, all doom.
Eat this!
It's hot in here.
Two steps at a time.
Let's cook with fire, baby. Heading out.
I will assist.
My turn.
Fleet of foot. Victory is assured.
much longer like this. Ah!
On the move.
Let's go. No surrender.
Might will prevail. Witching hour.
Eat this!
Chew me up, quick! Yes! Damn it, can you? Goblin parties are so much more fun than anything you'll find in Baldur's Gate. Or the Hells, for that matter. Not that I'm suggesting we stop for a drink, of course.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers. Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust. Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. Lae'zel's fear grips you. Not fear of death, but fear of insignificance. The great warrior Lae'zel, a failure to her kind. She will wield no silver sword, ride no red dragon. Forever unknown to the great Lich Queen Vlakith.
not let the gale take me. I will earn Vlaakith's honor. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all. I came just in time. You are transforming. Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. You'll feel better. I promise.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power. Sounds like it. What did you make of it? Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it. Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word? Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. Loving them has its side effects as well. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Copper for your thoughts?
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gale deception. A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones? Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise. I know. I felt it. Yes. No. I don't know. The artifact seems to have powers, and a will of its own. It protects us. I don't know how or why, but I'm glad. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. Still just a box, after all.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream. Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us. Exactly. Waste not, want not. Even when it comes to mind flayer parasites. Now, was there anything else?